stacks up. But if it's not, it's difficult for other people to know how much a laborer is getting at the investor. That is management. But when we're talking about financial, we're talking how many students are there at Lilongwe. What is the tax that is supposed to be collected there? Or how many employees are there, lecturers, and how much tax should we collect? So the accounting of how much is supposed to be extended to government or other organizations that are interested in our accounting figures. So this is the difference between financial and accounting. Any questions? Can you vote? Good. So how about this next topic? That one you have done. If you have not done, please, we have to be asking to say, no, we should continue. This is your time that you can just have a snapshot and then go over and read, research for so many answers. When it comes to an exam, you should challenge me to say, Mom, what you have asked me is peanuts. I can even score 100%, but the 2 marks, 5 marks is my time. If you don't, I can give you 98. But if you cancel and cancel 30, 10 marks is mine. Yes, you have to be smart. You are going to be big people outside their organizations. You're supposed to be smart. Even handwriting, I'm not a doctor that I know how to scribble that. No, write smart and neat so that I should also be reading. Those that they know that they have bad handwriting, start practicing now so that I should come and read properly. Come again? Can you put? We don't mention names here. We just say good. So we're saying a classification of overheads. Classification of overheads. Distribution. Good. Distribution. The other one. Selling distribution. Overheads, selling, overheads. The other one? Administration. Classification of overheads. And production. That is what we can say when we can. We can talk about classification of overheads. As I've talked about control and accounting for overheads. Control and accounting for overheads. Come again? The control and accounting for overheads is what we have just looked into. So that one we cannot maybe explain again because what we are doing is what we are accounting for overheads and control. When we are going to read the second time, we're going to continue from there because we are supposed to meet again on costing. So the other one, inventory control. Inventory control. We have inventory valuation methods, which are LIFO, FIFO, and AVICO. So what is the FIFO?
First time.
These are the ones that maybe you missed, is it? I did that deliberately for you to maybe on this. I think we just have to meet online so that you can have an idea about them. So you should reschedule the time that we should meet online. I also tell Dumbani that if you can think about that when I'm going, we can tell Dumbani that we are having a class on this date. Yes, because time is already against us. I don't know if we can make it meet physically, but online is easier. So we're saying first in, first out. materials, here when we're talking about the inventory, we're talking about stock, we're talking about material. Where we can be thinking about all materials that came in first are the ones that go out first. When, let's say, for example, you have an oka lusu, and you are selling, let's say, tomatoes, whatever, or something to do with the expired things, you say this one should go first before it expires, isn't it? So that is the system that we are talking about when we are talking about first in, first out. How about LIFO? Last in, first out. What are we meaning? We're meaning the ones that came in last should be the ones that go out first. For example, we are selling planks here, full of planks up to there, and maybe we're making desks. Then at stores or wherever the warehouse they are doing that, they will say, we want planks about 200. Are we going to say, please, we started with the ones that are at the corner. We should shift all these planks and then pick the ones that are there. We are going to start with the ones that maybe they're still outside, they have not yet been packed. We say, can you please take them? We are going to add you some if you want. So this is what we're talking about. Just an easy example for LIFO, isn't it? Good. Then we have AVICO. AVICO means average cost. Okay. AV, average. CO, cost. Okay. Or the other name is weighted average. Weighted average is whereby we find the average cost for the material or the inventory that we're talking about. This is based on a formula that we are given in the book that talks about our inventory that is already in stock. We should add the stock that has already been that is coming now, and we should divide by the price that we were using before this one that is coming. Then we add, then we divide, find the average cost. For example, Lusugu, we have received 20 barrels of sugar that costed us 100,000. This was on the 14th of October. This is October 2024. And then today, what is the date today? 29th. 29th today, we have again another consignment that is for about 100 barrels of sugar. That costed us about 500,000. What we are going to do is that we are going to add stock, which is the number of barrels that we had before today, which is what? 20 barrels. We are going to add the ones that have just come, which is 100, making up to what? 120. Then we are also going to add the ones that we had, the price that we had, the total, which is 100,000, and this one that has come in, 500, which is what?
105.
Come again?
600.
So we want to find the what? The price. What should we do in here? Divide. Which one?
600,000.
Divide by 120. Which divides? The price, the stock. According to the formula. Price goes into stock. Therefore, this goes into that for you to find the average weighted average cost of a vehicle. Timothy, is it fun?
Yes.
Chimozi si zintu za chilendo. Inu magula ntochi za 200 kwacha. Mwina magula ntochi za 5 za 200 kwacha. Chimene timapanga kuti muziwe ntochi imozi zimumapanga.
Magawa.
Timagawa chani chimene timagawa. Chimene chimalowa mchizake ichi. Ndalama zilowe kuti mudziwe kuti kapena zinthu zilowe ndalama kuti mudziwe kuti
Chimoza
kama
kuti chimoza
chiti chimene chimalowa mchizake.
ndalama kumalowa muzomera kwa ziti.
Kuti mudziwe kapena zinthu zimalowa ndalama. Okay. So that is exactly what we do with the average cost. If you have not understood, I will explain more online. So that is that. Labor now. Labor. What is labor? What is labor? Timothy?
It's physical or a mental effort.
Mm-hmm. Physical or mental effort. Linda, you talked about labor turnover. What is labor turnover?
I wasn't the one. It was Khadija.
Okay, thank you. Khadija did that, but can you assist on labor turnover?
Labor turnover refers to the rate at which employees leave the work.
Leave and others being re-employed.
Yeah.
Good. That's labor turnover. How about remuneration? What is remuneration? Khadija now?
Payments or salary.
Salaries. Remunerations are salaries. What is timekeeping? Because I'm talking about labor. Timekeeping. Timekeeping.
Timekeeping is timekeeping. It's when an employee enters the and
Come again. Be speaking loud so that our friends will also benefit. When they are being sent the audio that we are lecturing to each other. What is it? What did I say? What did I say about that? What you have answered?
you have said that it's when employees record that they are happy.
Timekeeping.
Yeah.
Record when they are coming in. And so it's nothing apart from everybody when you are going to start work. Are you working? No. When you are going to start working, they will want to know what time you are in other organizations. They're not just going to see you coming, but they're going to know what time did you come in. You have ever seen banks, big organizations, they just press their finger or whatever. That is, they're keeping their time. Okay? When they're going out, when they're going for break and so on. All those are timekeeping. Sometimes they even have a book where they record what time did you arrive. 7:30. No? So that's timekeeping when we're talking about labor. Why? They want to find out how many hours you have worked for that particular time for you to be calculated remuneration, which is your salary or wages for what you have worked. Because sometimes they will say you are paid, let's say, this amount per hour. So they are going to calculate based on the number of hours that you have worked for. Michael, maybe you have a question on that? No, good. So we go coding. What is coding? Coding. Michael, coding.
Is the labeling
Labeling of materials
Labeling of materials.
using
Using
symbols.
labor.
using letters and symbols. The Zungu is nothing strange. Coding is very easy. You have ever seen in a what shops or else hardwares whereby they say they code their items. How do they do it? They mix figures and letters. Okay. For example, we have a nail. They will say 6-inch nail, 4-inch nail, 2-inch nail, or 5-inch nail. It's difficult if you have the whole of this room, bags of different types of length of nails. It will be difficult for you to identify. But if you have labeled them accordingly, it's very easy. For example, if it's a 6-inch nail, you can write N6, N4, N2, N5. It means you're going to know that that sack is the one that has got a 6-inch nail. So you go straight and pick. So that's what we call coding. Identification of material to be easily identified or easily known that this is where it is, place of the material. That's coding. This one, it really counts. Roles of cost and management. Roles of cost and management. Should we be repeating these words?
No.
So, do you know the role of this subject? Because this subject is very important. If you are taking it light, you are joking, my dears. It's very important. Very, very important. Why should we learn costing? We cannot just come here and be preaching to you, be looking at me, talking, and then we don't know why this subject is important. Karifute?
Cost control.
Cost control. We want to control costs. We just don't have to be pricing our items anyhow. We have to have control of costs. Okay? Control of costs. How do we control costs? For example, we are selling, let's say, tomatoes. You have seen that the outside there are so many tomatoes. You can say no. For us to win the market, we have to adjust our prices. Because the market is full of tomatoes. But if it's not full, you know that this one, this time is not full. You say, please, that's exactly what the minibuses are doing now. The price they used to charge when fuel was abundantly found is not the price that we're paying. So these are some of the things that we're talking about when we were talking about cost and management. The other thing that we should think about in connection of roles of cost and management accounting, there are so many. Decision making. Decision making. Yes. How do we make decisions? We have made an item or a product whereby we had gone with it to the market and it didn't work. What is our decision going to be? Let's withdraw it back to the market, from the market. Or we should make a different product altogether. Or concentrate on the products that we have seen that they are very profitable. Because we are here to make money. So decision making is also very, very important. Another one, budgeting. Look at this. There's no one that can do business without budgeting. Never. That's why cost and management is very, very important. We want to compare between the ones that we budgeted and the actuals that we are going to use when we are doing the business itself. So budgeting is also very, very important. Others like planning is the same as budgeting. So it's not something that we can say it's wrong. So these are just a few of them, and there's so many. Any questions? Elements of cost. Elements of cost. Us as the people that have just been introduced to cost and management accounting, we should exactly know the elements of cost. What are these? Labor. Always I want you to be starting with the one that is very, very important. Material. When we're talking about elements of cost, we're talking about material. Without material, we cannot cost an item. What is the second thing? Labor. What is labor attached to? How much labor is attached to that? For us to cost it. What is the last one? Expenses. And expenses. What we are talking about is that, let's say for example, we are making a product. Can you mention any product that we're making, please? Mention any. Come again? Shoes. We're making shoes. Good. We're making shoes. Okay. What are the materials that we're going to buy for shoes? Leather, isn't it? So we're going to buy leather. Leather. Then, what is the labor attached to that in making shoes? The expenses. Maybe we're going to be taking the shoes to city center or to Zimba, where people do not know those types of shoes. Expenses also are supposed to be put together for us to know the costs that we're supposed to charge. So the total cost of these three plus markup, which is our profit, isn't it? That's how we do cost. Us as cost and management accountants, we should know that when somebody says, if you buy us, we're going to deliver free. That's not free. It's already accounted for in the cost. So elements of cost are very, very important. That's where our subject or all this that we're learning starts from. We cannot talk about costing without the elements of them. Then we go to material. Material being that. Material, we have direct and indirect. What is direct material? Direct material? Love, what do you
A material which are directly related to production.
Yes, we are talking about material that is seen direct on the product. For example, shoes, it means we're going to see leather direct on the what? On the shoes. If maybe shoes are plastic, it means we're going to see plastic there and there. But we have other indirect materials that are attached to, which means we're talking about something that maybe we use to bind them together. For example, glue is not seen directly, but it's part of that. For example, your cap, the sewing. We have indirect material there. What is the indirect material? Thread, isn't it? You can't see it direct, but it's inside there. So these are some of the things that we should know. And when we're talking about labor, it's also the same, that we have direct and indirect labor. So these are some of the things that we should know. How about mixed costs? What are mixed costs? Kadi, can you go to Frankie's office or Benja's office, pick one form for us to sign? The last time seen Nanje. Only met once. Mixed course.
These are courses that contain both fixed and variable.
Both fixed and variable. Example. Come again. Water. Good. Water, electricity. Even if you don't take water, you don't consume it in your house, still more. The meter has a price, has a cost that is there for you to pay. So these are some of the things that we should think about when we're going to mix costs. I remember last time I also explained, we say that grabbing form, we can say, when we're talking about fixed costs, this is straight, this is fixed cost. But when we're talking of variables, where it goes like that, where we are saying it varies based on the usage. For example, fuel, even water itself. So it has two. This is the part of the meter, which is what? Which is free. I mean, it's the monthly charge, whether you don't use or not. Then this is the charge that they will charge you based on the usage of what you have done. Any questions? Any questions?
No question. No questions. I just want to ask if possible to give us 6 questions this time, because last it seems
No.
you gave us only
It's
5.
not
So
me
you
that
said
does
us
that.
all. So
No. It's not me that does that. I've never asked you 5 questions. I've never. It's the Senate that does. I sometimes give you 8.
wow.
But they move. So what should I do? I always say according to the choice. Sometimes even 8 and they will choose and say these are the ones that are supposed to pass. Amafuna kukuwona ndina kukuvuka wenda giza ena tima kuzisaji because effect ikakuta kupasati inu mumala mumayanga kwanga kuti amafuna kuwona kuti amafusa hivi. So please use your sure.
Let's see study areas now. Areas to study.
Masayensi nacho nga ina sinacho ndi amsimu kuita because anthu ambiri mumachedwa nthawi imene yatha ndi pamene mumaganiza. If you want to know how much you have done on assignments, maybe give me time. I can always give you back. So,
You send us the study areas for our
I think so. I have to do that on the phone. Because your friends also are supposed to benefit from that.